My name is Jack Thorpe. I'm the Assistant Chief of the North Carolina Canine Emergency Response Team. We do search and rescue. We find lost persons, either alive or dead, unfortunately. And I've been the Assistant Chief for approximately 5 years, and I've been on the team since 2002. 9/11 inspired me to start doing this. When 9/11 happened, there were search and rescue dogs there that were looking for live victims. But essentially there weren't many search and rescue dogs there looking for those who had passed or who had died. So I decided that I wanted to join a search and rescue team. I found NC CERT back in 2002 and talked to Chief Morgan, who still runs the team today. And from there I trained my first dog, Jonah, who was certified air scent live find in 2005. A German Shepherd has a great nose, but they're very good thinkers as well. They can think on their own, and they can do tracking, they can do cadaver work, they can be taught certain type of obedience skills that you need to have to work a cadaver dog. They can range off lead, and they can be extremely fast. So you can cover a large area with a German Shepherd, whereas with certain other breeds you might not be able to. German Shepherds and Border Collies are usually the top two dogs used in search and rescue. The search and rescue dog has to go through extensive training before it's certified. Generally it takes 1.5 to 2.5 years to certify a search and rescue dog, depending on discipline. In my particular instance, my canine Bella, she is certified in cadaver work, so she finds dead. Her training starts when she's a puppy. I got her at 8 weeks old, and we actually would hide her food, and she would go find her food in certain places, and that's how she started to get her search drive. We'll start with obedience when she's a puppy, and then as we go through the obedience, we'll start scent imprinting, and you basically take source and you put the source along blocks, and you start imprinting the dog over several hundred repetitions so it gets used to that source. Once the source is imprinted, then you start to teach an alert, whether it be a down, sit, or a bark alert, or a refind is what we call it. A refind is when the dog will come to you and then go back. I think the bond between her and I has become really strong, and so I think the training is fun, and I enjoy watching and learning how to read her body language as we search, because when she's not in scent, you'll see her doing her grids, and then when she gets into the odor or gets into the scent, she'll make a hard turn, her mouth will close, her body language changes, and it's really neat to watch that. But at the same time, it's not just about watching what she's doing or the actual search itself, but the bond that's created between the owner and the handler and the dog. Yeah, I would definitely do this over being a police officer. There's several reasons why. I love being a police officer. It's one of the best things that ever happened to me. I've been able to save lives. I've been able to arrest people that needed to be arrested. I enjoy enforcing the law and making sure that the right thing is done. But with today's climate and the attitude that is changing towards police officers in this society, my job is becoming more and more dangerous by the day. I've been injured several times on this job, sometimes severely, and not saying that search and rescue, you can't have that happen. You can definitely be injured in search and rescue, but I think the final payout for search and rescue, to provide closure to a family, or to find a lost child in the woods who's still alive, and to bring that child back to their parents, that is very satisfying to me. It's probably one of those most satisfying things I've ever done. So given all the totality of all that, I think that absolutely I would do search and rescue over being a police officer any day of the week.